Imagine Justin Bieber's own sister quietly dropping a signal that throws the entire internet back into chaos. A single Instagram like, a few vague posts, and suddenly the world is once again questioning whether Selena Gomez still has a place in Justin's heart. It sounds unbelievable, but that's exactly what's unfolding right now. The Jelina story that was supposed to have ended years ago has suddenly roared back to life. And it might be stronger than ever. Justin and Selena's history is the stuff of legend in pop culture. When they first got together over a decade ago, they instantly became more than just a couple. They were a phenomenon. Their every move was tracked, dissected, and magnified into front-page news. For fans, their relationship symbolized young love at its most dramatic. Messy, passionate, and endlessly unpredictable. When they officially broke up in 2018, people thought the book was closed. But like every great saga, it has a way of resurfacing when no one expects it. Fast forward to 2025. Selena has been thriving, carving out her own success and finding stability with music producer Benny Blanco. Their engagement was seen as the closing chapter to one of the most watched love stories of our time. Fans thought it was the definitive sign that Selena and Justin had finally moved on. But just as the dust seemed to settle, Jasmine Bieber, Justin's younger sister, stepped into the spotlight in a way nobody saw coming. It started with Selena's engagement announcement on Instagram. Thousands of fans, friends, and celebrities left congratulatory comments. But one tiny gesture stood out. Jasmine Bieber hit like. To outsiders, it may have looked like nothing, a casual sign of support. But for fans who have lived through every twist of the Jelina roller coaster, it carried an entirely different meaning. This wasn't just about celebrating an engagement. It looked like a quiet stamp of approval from someone inside Justin's own family, almost like she was reopening a story fans had spent years arguing over. The speculation only intensified when Jasmine began posting captions and reposts that fans interpreted as cryptic. Her words weren't direct, but they didn't have to be. In the age of social media, silence and subtlety often speak louder than outright statements. Some of her posts were vague enough to pass as harmless, but suggestive enough for fans to connect the dots. The conclusion? Jasmine was hinting at something much deeper, that Selena still mattered to Justin even after all this time. For Justin, the timing couldn't be more complicated. He's been married to Hailey Bieber since 2018, and their relationship has always been under the microscope. Now, with his own sister seemingly validating Selena, the pressure has intensified. To some, Justin's silence is damning. If he disagrees with Jasmine's hints, why hasn't he stepped in to shut them down? To others, his refusal to comment feels intentional, as if he's allowing Jasmine to say what he cannot. This ambiguity keeps the conversation alive, feeding speculation that he's still emotionally tied to his past. Meanwhile, Selena finds herself pulled back into a world she's been trying to escape. She's engaged, focused on her career, and seemingly at peace. But whether she wants it or not, her name is once again being tied to Justin's. Some fans rush to defend her, saying she deserves to live her life without being haunted by old headlines. Others argue she secretly benefits from it, pointing out how her name trends and her streaming numbers rise whenever rumors about her and Justin resurface. Either way, her connection to him refuses to fade. Hailey, on the other hand, is caught in the middle of yet another storm. From the moment she married Justin, comparisons to Selena have followed her every move. And now, with Jasmine's actions fueling speculation, the spotlight has turned even harsher. Fans are scrutinizing Hailey's every post, every follow, every silence, searching for hidden meaning. Some argue that she's showing remarkable restraint by not addressing the drama at all, focusing on her own projects and maintaining her composure. Others see her quietness as weakness, believing it shows cracks in her position within the Bieber circle. For critics, Jasmine's actions only highlight a lack of unity within Justin's family, raising uncomfortable questions about whether Hailey is fully embraced. And then there's Jasmine herself. For years, she was barely part of the public conversation, living her life away from the constant glare that surrounds her brother. But now, she's become the central figure in a debate shaking the fandom. Some hail her as fearless, someone who refuses to hide the truth that Justin still cares about Selena. Others accuse her of stirring the pot for attention, exploiting the drama for her own spotlight. Intentional or not, her actions have given her unprecedented influence in the ongoing saga. Theories are running wild. Some believe Jasmine's moves were quietly approved by Justin himself, allowing her to do the talking while he avoids direct backlash. Others think this is more about family loyalty, that Jasmine has always been closer to Selena than she's been to Hailey, and her support is just proof of where her heart lies. There are even wilder theories, with fans speculating this could be the start of an eventual reconnection between Justin and Selena. Not necessarily romantic, but symbolic enough to send the internet into meltdown. What makes this story unstoppable is the ripple effect. Media outlets, TikTok creators, podcasts, and fan accounts are dissecting every gesture from Justin, Selena, Hailey, and Jasmine. The narrative has taken on a life of its own, feeding itself with endless speculation. Every day brings a new thread, a new theory, or a new reaction video. For a relationship that ended years ago, it's remarkable how much power it still holds over global conversation. And yet, the biggest question remains unanswered. Where does this all go? If Jasmine doubles down and makes another statement, it could spark a new wave of headlines. If Justin breaks his silence, the impact would be seismic, either ending the rumors for good or reigniting them with even greater force. Selena's response is just as unpredictable. She could ignore the noise, slip a reference into her lyrics, or even send a message of peace to stop the cycle. And Hailey may find herself pushed to defend her position more openly than ever before. What's clear is that the Jelina saga refuses to die. One like, one post, one vague caption was all it took to remind the world that when it comes to Justin and Selena, nothing ever feels truly finished. Jasmine's actions have changed the conversation entirely, proving that even the quietest family member can become the loudest voice in pop culture's most enduring love triangle. So now the world waits. Is Jasmine exposing Justin's true feelings, or simply standing by Selena in her own way? Is this the clearest sign yet that Jelina still lingers, or just another twist in a story that will never really end? One thing is certain, this isn't over. And if history tells us anything, the next chapter might be even bigger than the last.